am so excited to be here and craft with you tonight. Whew, it has been a week, guys. Man, with all this club commotion going on, I know y'all know what I'm talking about, but we're not going to talk about the negativity tonight. No, we're just going to hope and pray when the clubs open tomorrow, there might be some good news for everybody, okay? As I don't have any news with what's going on. I just know that the press and foil has not been available. And because of that, the all club crate is also not available. Now, my only assumption, and I have not been told this at all, but my only assumption is that the actual BetterPress and foil is not in. That's my assumption. It's not in yet. So I'm thinking there must be a delay, something having to do with the BetterPress itself. So with it possibly not coming in, now these are all guesses, but with them not coming in, yes, I did read Cat Scrapper. I did read that the large was sold out too. So I don't know. I'm just guessing. But we're going to turn somebody's frown upside down tonight because I decided to give mine away. So one lucky winner in the live tonight is going to get my personal press and foil club mailed to them right to you because I love y'all. And so someone here, by showing up tonight, is going to get one. So I hope that makes somebody happy and at least lets y'all know that I love y'all. And I'm so sorry that things are crazy. You know, I can't do anything about it, but I can at least make someone smile. So, and at least let y'all know that I care. So that being said, thank you for being here. I appreciate you all being here. I may see if someone sells the large die. Yes. The bunny die. Yes, that is very possible. You know, there is a resale site. There is a resale site. Make sure you're part of that on Facebook because I see the clubs go all the time. So you might see it. I'm not ready to give that one up yet, but maybe down the line. Maybe. But I will. I knew this one was one that was like gone for sure, or that's what it was said. So I don't know. We'll see. Let's just see what happens tomorrow. For anyone that has not ever joined a club, that all being said, tomorrow clubs open and we will see what clubs actually become available for new club members. So if you have not gotten one, I will have the links down below. And whatever is available will be open to everyone tomorrow. So if you're new, you can use that link and you can grab whatever's available. All right, I'm going to turn the camera around so we can play. We're going to craft together. Let me know if you're crafting with me. And yes, let's hope everything comes in and we get the products we need and they restock, which I'm hoping they do. That bunny's going to be popular. So I'm thinking all of it's going to be popular. And I think with the changes with the club, that might be why they probably didn't assume these clubs were going to be so popular with the new changes. But I think with the wax seal going away and them jazzing it up a little bit with these new perks with the free shipping and the paper and the special things, they've also knocked it out of the ballpark with the first two clubs. So I think with all the excitement, that could be why also. They probably didn't anticipate such a big amount of people. So, you know, they order way in advance to get it in. So yes, the paper. Oh, the paper. I wish they sent us the paper. They don't send us the paper. But I wish. Spellbinders, if you're listening, send us the paper. So, okay, I'm going to turn this around. I just got on. Exciting. Yes! Thank you all for being here. I love seeing y'all's comments. But yes, let's pray for tomorrow and the next week or so and watching what comes in. If I see them come in, I will post in the groups. Make sure you're part of my Craft Life Together with Spellbinders and more, because that's where I always post. Sometimes I post in other groups, but that one is where I post all the time. So I need to master the BetterPress. Well, we're working on it tonight. Yes, we are. You guys voted. You have voted, and you are ready to learn, I hope, because we are going and diving deep. So let's turn this around. And we're going to start, and we are making this card, which you guys have voted as the top for a class. So this is where we're going. Aw, Louise, you're in the hospital? I'm so sorry, but thank you for coming and watching. That is so sweet of you. I so appreciate it. Well, I hope you feel better soon. This is Get Well, sending to you. So here is our card. This is a registration card. So you're doing this in multiple steps when it's registration. Now there is only one press in this though. So the registration portion is getting that press in the right place so that we can actually get the tulips all lined up, because these tulips down here are stenciled. I've never seen one like this. So I'm glad you guys chose this one, because it took me a few minutes to figure out how to do it. So I would love to show you guys how to do it as well. And I'm sure with as popular as it's been, they'll probably come out with others like this in the future. So it's good to at least learn. Cindy, your club was charged today. Which club do you have? Just FYI, I'd love to know. And hello from Costa Rica. That's pretty cool to know. Love hearing where y'all are from. So we're going to start with the press itself, but before we do anything, we must attach our registration, which is this piece of acetate right here. It has a green line all the way around it, and you want to make sure your BetterPress logo is facing up so you can read it. So we're going to line that green line up with the A2 line in your press, or in your BetterPress. So you want to line that up perfect, because that is where it is going to keep you on track. So I'm going to just get some tape here, and we're going to tape that really safely here so it does not move through the whole time we're crafting. Where's everybody else from tonight? Costa Rica is probably the farthest. You know, my husband wants to go to Costa Rica. He wants to see monkeys. Yes, he does. He is an animal lover. Probably don't need more than 2. Pretty solid. So I'm going to grab this press plate right here. And you see the green lines here. That is telling you where you're going to put this. See that? So we're going to put that right in there. Now, when you ink this, sometimes it moves around. If it does, that's okay. You're just going to take a pokey tool and you're just going to move it right back into place when you're done. So when you put it on here, if it's not perfect the first time, it's okay. Now, when I inked this one, I used Lisa Horton's Cloud 9. It's a premium dye-based metallic pigment ink. Now, I've never understood. If any of you understand how it can be dye-based and pigment at the same time, I mean, is it hybrid? I don't know. But all I know is it works really well in your BetterPress. And another one that works really well is LDRS Creative's hybrid ink. So if you have trouble finding one and you want this kind of purple and you don't have it in your BetterPress inks, these are just other options for you. Hey, Justine, welcome, welcome. The LDRS ink is hybrid, like I said, and all the time that you guys shop at LDRS Creative, I do always have a 15% off discount for you using coupon code Melanie15. And that's always down in my descriptions if you ever need or forget that code. So just know that you can get that stuff there. The cleaner is also from them. So anyways, we are going to put that aside for a minute so we don't get it inky. And I'm going to go ahead and use LDRS since I did the other one in this, so we can see it might be a different color we can see and compare the two. So I'm just going to ink this up. It's nice and juicy. Just trying to not get too much on my plate, but it is acetate, so I'll just rub it off. Nothing like getting inky fingers, right? So then we're going to get our, I probably should have put my paper on first, right? Because I'm not thinking straight. But that's okay. When you talk, you don't always think right, right? And of course, I'm going to touch this with inky fingers. Better wipe my fingers off. Jeans work good for that. Yes, I'm being kind of crazy, but that's okay. Y'all still love me, right? Washington, Florida, Alabama, lots of good places. We actually just started getting chilly again. We got a little bit of a break from the snow, but everything melted. Now we had flurries this morning. Nothing's on the ground though, thank goodness. Texas, in-house. So I'm going to turn this over on there. And I'm going to run it through my Platinum 6, which is here on my side. Better move my drink so I don't actually knock it over. That would not be a good thing. Trying to do two things at once. Then we have our BetterPress, which I'll bring it up closer so you can see. Pretty darn good inking for that hybrid ink. Now, let me clean this real quick. Where did my cloth go? You know, I always have to lose something in every single live I do. And I had it just 2 seconds ago. There it is. But y'all have to just laugh at me because, you know, I do that. Everything. Now, you got to clean it really good because one of you guys get to keep it, right? Yes, LDRS cleaner is the best. But, so I will make sure this is cleaned really nicely for the new owner. It's only been pressed twice. Just like new, right? Right. Okay. Now you're also going to get the sentiments, which we're not going to press today just for time reasons. And you also get the stencil set. So, and I'll also send my packaging too, if you'd like. All right. So now we can take this off. And I'll show you what we're going to do next. Move this out of the way. Oh, better move that registration over just so I don't forget to include it later. Would not want to send it and not send you the registration. Yeah, the stencil is what they actually included this time instead of the foil. So, you know, the Press and Foil Club will be coming sometimes with foil and sometimes with something else. And the surprise was the stencil, which I love me a stencil. So I was really, really happy about that. So I'm going to grab down my sticky mat and we will move this over my little tray here, keeping all my stuff in order. And we'll put this in place and have our thing there and get my stencil set out. Now this stencil is broken up. It's 3 stencils, but it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers. So I'm going to move my LDRS out of the way. And that color, just so y'all know, is plum crazy. So this has registration marks itself on all the corners. So we're going to line that up with this, which will put it in the right place for the BetterPress. See that? Because the registration put the inking in the right place for us to match the stencil. Isn't that pretty cool? Yes, I totally agree with you. Cindy, and your all club crate build. Is that what you were saying? That's awesome. That just makes me so happy. All right, for our green, we have mint and sweet leaf, and those are from the Green Meadows from Altenew collection. So I think, did I do this the lighter or the darker? I think I did this the lighter. I almost always do light first before dark. So I'm going to go ahead and get us some ink. I know, isn't that a cool way for it to line up? The way they design this? That's why I was so glad that you guys picked this one. I was praying really hard that you guys would pick this one because I felt like it was really something good to show in person. Now I'm using the Altenew mini brush. This is my favorite. Now I'm not actually like darkening this like and shading in here. I actually did it completely solid this time. Now you could come in here and like darken each area and make shadows in here, but I didn't for this design. I kept it simple. So that is layer 1. Move these out of the way so they do not get anything inky. All right. Now for here, I'm going to do 2 first. So I'm going to line up these down here at the bottom. Looks good. So cool the way they line up. Ah, another Minnesotan. Is that how you say that? Minnesotan? How do you say that, guys? Justine is too. Hello, hello. I'm so glad you're here, even if you are a little late. The big news that I announced is that we are giving away, I am giving away this press plate collection to somebody tonight in the live broadcast. So you got to be in the house because you're going to have to post something on the screen to enter. I love seeing y'all talk to each other in the chat. It's so much fun. Now, out of all the clubs this month, which one is your favorite? I would love to hear. Which one is your absolute favorite? Now, when you're doing this one, be careful not to go above this line. Hello, North Carolina. Hello, neighbor. I got a Florida and a North Carolina in here. We have neighbors. Peel and reveal. Haha. Isn't that cool? That is so cool in my eyes. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Susan. All right, now I'm going to wipe this off because I'm going down to the bottom part of the stencil. So I'm just going to be really gentle and wipe this a little bit because I don't want to get transference of this green into my purple. Since they're saving the same stencil, and I'm going to line these down here to the bottom this time so that these line up. Okay. That is fantastic, Cindy. The big bunny. That's awesome. Oh, not looking at what I'm doing. I'm looking at you guys. Well, welcome, welcome, Pam. I'm so glad you're new. Now, we can keep our fingers crossed as to if that one becomes available. Hopefully it will for you. All right. Now, I'm going to put a little bit of tape here. Right here, because I know me. And I know I'm going to be looking at you guys. And I'm going to go and get it in there. Hello, Lisa. Welcome, welcome. Now, I do not remember which two of these I used here, but I know I used two of them. And I'm thinking I went darker than lighter. So I'm going to put, I might have went that way. I might have went and skipped the middle one. I really cannot remember. So we're just going to be different and just try to. So we'll start with our, you know what? No, I want to start with the dark ones. So we'll put the dark on the outside. Now remember, you can always come back and watch this later if you want to do it with me when you get yours. It's what the videos are here for. Now this is going to dry back. When you use dye inks, they do dry back. So if this looks dark, don't worry. No freaking out. This is actually the third color in the trio. I didn't go all the way dark. So I'm doing lightest and third in the trio of 4. There we go. There's our first layer of tulips. Now, for any of you that saw my reveal video, you may have already heard this story. For anyone that missed my reveal video, I picked these colors because when I was little, I got to go on a trip to Europe. Well, actually 2 trips to Europe. And my parents were stationed in England, Alconbury Air Force Base. And we lived there a year and a half. So they took me on 2 different trips. One of them was a 30-day trip. And we went from Copenhagen to Rome camping, which was amazing. And then the other one was with my mom on a tour to Holland during tulip season. And during that tour, my absolute favorite tulip was the purple tulip with the black center. So that is what this tulip represents. Now I just realized I didn't pull my black ink, but it's right behind me in my rainbow wall. So it will be super easy to grab. Yeah, I get my inspiration from everywhere when I'm designing. I choose inspiration from photos, from trips, from paper, pattern paper, so many different things. I mean, from designs I see other people make. There's so many places you can get inspiration from. Now I'm going to peel this back just a little and see if this is dark enough for me. Is that dark enough? Yeah, I think it'll be a little different than my other one. I'm going to scooch that just a little over so I can get that little bit of white that's right there at the tip. There we go. There's a little trick for you. There you go. So that is layer 4. I clear that one off. Then layer 5, we'll be lining up these bottom ones here. And we will get our black insides. So what have y'all's favorite trips been? Do you guys travel a lot? Do you have a favorite? I think definitely the 30 days in Europe probably was one of my favorites. Of course, taking my husband to Europe was probably a close second, because when I met him, he had never left pretty much. Well, he had left the state of Georgia once, and that was to go to Florida. So taking him anywhere out of the state of Georgia. Aw, Justine, you're so sweet. But taking Randy anywhere out of the state of Georgia has made his eyes drop out of his face. So he's like, he says, I show him the world. There we go. Look at that. Bam, bam. I went to Germany. So pretty. Yes. Did you go to Neuschwanstein? Favorite trip? We're a month in Southeast Asia and a month in Egypt. Oh, that sounds amazing. Wow, that sounds so cool. Cruising. Yeah. Randy and I've been on a couple cruises too. Though my last one, I was sick with COVID in the room the most of the time. That wasn't very fun. It was cool though to see some crafting buddies, but I didn't get to craft with them much. All right, got my stencils cleared off. So here we go. This is our finished panel. To Alaska. Yes, yes. Look at all of our travelers. Look at all of our travelers. Okay, so here is our 2 cards. And we're going to do this a little differently than this one tonight because I found out that this die is no longer available. And I don't want y'all running trying to find it and then being disappointed because you can't find it. So I'm going to show you a different alternative just in case. And I need to find the die. So we're going to use this one. And I'm going to show you a trick. That's why I haven't die cut it. So we're going to just use these 2. And now these don't match. In other words, they weren't made to go together. They should have been made to go together. But one is longer than the other. So we're just going to make it work. Because when it doesn't work, you make it work, right? So we're going to die cut each of these. Let me grab my papers here. I did cut those, so we're ready. This paper here is linked in my description below. But it is, and I was asked for this in the big, the reveal video. It is Inky Color by Paper Rose. So it is gorgeous. So that is definitely, all you need to do is put a sentiment on this and you're done. That's how pretty it is. Just look at the back side. So pretty. It's hard to even cut. But this is going to be our background. And then this one, we are going to cut here. But before I do that, I'm going to cut this one out of the black. Let me grab my black. I wanted a little fancier black, so we'll cut it out of the Spellbinders Treasured Cardstock. I'll just get this and cut a piece here. I think it's actually been discontinued. Susan, that actual die set. I think it has, because it's not showing it all on the website. It's an older die. And I didn't realize it when I made the card. So when I went to link it, I realized it, and I was like, oh no, someone might get upset with me. Which some people don't mind, other people get upset. So I don't want anyone to be upset at me. I mean, some people don't mind if you use everything in your stash and nothing's available because they're not here to shop. Other people are here to shop, and they're serious shoppers, and they get upset if we actually use something that's not available. So most people don't, but there are some that do. So you get to see two options. One, using something from your stash, and if you don't have anything in your stash, then you have a way to get something. Oh, thank you, Sherry. Well, that's wonderful to know. All right, so that is our background. And now to do this one, just get that over there. To do this one and make sure it's going to fit, we are going to pull it down like so. But we need to make sure it's going to fit. So, and we don't want to lose more than we have to lose, right? I think that will work. So I'm going to tape this. Well, really, I don't have to tape it because of my magnet. This platform is a magnet. So I'm going to just make sure this is even down here. And I will die cut that one. There we go. I'll just attach these. I just refilled my glue. It's so wonderful. If you know, you know. If you have the sweet petunia and you fill it up, it is just a masterpiece. See, it fits perfect. If your dies don't match perfectly, just make them work. You know? Love it. We'll do this one here. And I actually, if you need to know, for this really, really thin frame, I actually wrote the measurements back here. 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, it looks like. And if you don't like those 8s, you know, you can do just 4 by 5 1/4, and it works. It'll just be a little bit bigger. I just wanted a tiny touch of black to pull in my sentiment, and a little touch of black in the tulips. Get our card base. Guys getting anxious? Are ya? It's getting close. It's getting close. Yes, I like glue. When it works. When it's full. I know, Justine, isn't this paper gorgeous? Ugh, I love it. It's like one and done. So pretty. All right, now I'm gonna add this, put some foam back here. Let's grab some of this real quick. Carol, the paper is really unusual, and it looks like you've been playing with alcohol ink without all the mess. And it's every color of the rainbow. It even looks, some of them even look like you have gold flecks running through it. So it's really neat. All right. Foam tape for the win. Yes, I do love my Altenew foam tape. I am spoiled. I do love it. And now they finally have all the different thicknesses, which is awesome too. So I'm just going to eyeball this on here and just pray, right? Because you just got to pray sometimes and hope for the best. All right, we'll add some embellishments and a sentiment. Now, I got something really cool off Amazon, and I'm going to try this for a while and see if I like it for my sentiments. I haven't filled it up yet, just a few things in it so far. And I'm going to pick the sentiment from here. I need to add this to my Amazon store. So if anyone wants to grab something like this, you can. I haven't done that yet. I just wanted to show it to you though. Happy birthday. Wishing you a day in full bloom. That might be pretty. To a very special person. That sounds like a good one. But I put them, they were kind of coming out the top, and I didn't like the way they came out. So I put them in these little Ziplocs, and they fit right down in there, and then they don't fall out. That's cool. What did you use? What did you use for your sentiments? All right. Put these back in here. Thank you. I just wanted something not so big. I tried a binder with photo pages in it. The old-timey cling photo pages. And it works, but it's so big. And I wanted something smaller that isn't so big on my desk. So I think this one will work. Yeah. So we'll use this one. Now on my other one, I did pop it up on some blanks. But that's okay. This one doesn't have to be. Very special person, which each of you are to me. And I'm going to send one of these to one of you. Or send this one to one of you. So, I'm going, when I do the drawing, I'm going to let everybody enter it, but I can't send the die set to somebody out of the country. So, because of the cost. So what I'm going to do is if for some reason the first person that I draw is living out of the country, I'm going to mail this card to them. Because I figure I can afford that. And if it isn't, then we will do another draw. And where do I want this? And I'll send it out to the next person. Sound like a plan? I appreciate you guys voting. I appreciate you guys being here. Where do I want this? I don't want it on the flower. Where do I want this? I think I actually like this one better than that one. I don't know why, but I do. Okay, so here we go, guys. There we go. 1, 2. All right. So, my son helped me figure out this drawing thing, and it is not perfect. But what I need you to do is I need you guys, if you would like to enter into the giveaway for my BetterPress set and stencil, then put in the comment section hashtag BP Club. BP Club. And we have 33 people here right now, so I'll give you a couple minutes to put that in there. So just put hashtag BP Club to enter to win the BetterPress Club or a card. Make sure it's all one word, Lisa. All one word, BP Club. Yes, BP Club. Hashtag BP Club. And Lisa, you can re-enter it. Yeah, you make sure you put the hashtag. Keep on going. We need the music. Do 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 do. Okay, I might get kicked off YouTube for playing that. Come on, I know more of you are out there than that. I'm gonna give you 60 more seconds. BP Club. Pam, you got a V in there. I don't want you to be left out. Thank you, Justine. Yeah, I figure if people are getting it, they're not going to enter probably. All right, we got about 30 more seconds. I'm going to switch over my screens here. All right, I am about to draw. Here we go. Winner, Teresa. Yay! Winner, winner, winner. Congratulations. So excited for you. Thank you so much for entering, all of you, and for being here. Teresa, if you'll just reach out to me on Facebook and make sure you give me your mailing address, I will get that out to you. And then you'll have the BetterPress and Foil Club. So I'm so excited to give it to somebody and know someone is going to have it and love it. And I hope you will come to the group and share what you make with it. So I'm going to let you guys go, and I hope to see you all over in the group and share your makes. And next month on the 1st at midnight, my club reveal will be there, and you can vote for the next class. So let me know in the comments next month which card you would like us to make together, and we will make that together to next month. All right, winner's choice. So, or viewer's choice. So, thank you guys for coming. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye for now.